cities have to enable, encourage, support the institutions that are necessary in order to create a dynamic scene. And by dynamic, I mean one that's diverse in terms of the people, but also in terms of what they do, in terms of economics, so that there is a full range of people able to live and to be happy within that community. And so I think it's what you, in my opinion, need to do is make sure that you have strong institutions of various sorts that are giving people the ability to educate themselves in all different ways. It's not just through universities, it's museums, for instance, theaters, all the different entities. And that will attract people, and if they feel that they have that, they can also then start to create the city. And that, I think, is a little less under any individual's control. I think that's kind of a group process, and it shifts and changes. But if you've got solid institutions there, you're fine. So I can give an example of a city that I know very well, and that's Santa Fe. Santa Fe has stepped in because of the economics of Santa Fe and has provided public housing for artists, and it's a very good idea, and I'm not opposed to that. But what they lack is a college or a university of some size and substance to really train artists to be able to be trained and then stay in Santa Fe. So what happens is that people get trained and they have a lot of their career in New York, they get tired of New York, they move to Santa Fe, they go into the low-income housing there, and that's fine, but you lose, generations of people who might have liked to have stayed in Santa Fe, that knew it very well, that could have really, I think, said something about the community that was very original and also personal. You lose them, and instead you get people from the outside coming in. And so what I'd like to see for Miami is that kind of wonderful combination of people staying here and getting thorough training in their various fields, but in my case I'd like to think of it in the arts. And they would have the option to stay if they wanted. But we've become so attractive in terms of our institutions that kids from the Midwest think, where do I want to go to art school? Oh, they've got a great art school in Miami, and the weather's really good. Well, that's the perfect combination. We've already got half of this, It's not like you're fighting for students to go to North Dakota. I mean, imagine that, a challenge. You've already got a place where most 19-year-olds would love to be. So if you could help their parents a little bit understand, and here's the fine education they're going to receive in the arts, so don't worry about it. We got this covered. We know how to make this work. I think you've got a perfect combination.